We are team number 9 and this is our project proposal. It's me, Damon, Tyler, and Anderson. Our problem statement is we are trying to create a power plant that uses natural resources but can also be efficient and stable. Our design requirements are we have to use materials that has a price and must be exactly $50 or less, and it must have a height requirement of 2 feet or less. It must be stable and little to no fluctuation power. It must be freestanding. It must use either solar power, which is LED, water, which is a constant, and then wind, which is random. And then it must be transportable. It must be used in different places, not just one. And it must be profitable. And it must be user and eco-friendly.
So as design number 1, we're using a windmill. Here's the general layout. We'll have a turbine connected to the main part with the motor inside with the wires connecting to the breadboard. So first item, we have 3 acetate films, which is equaling $6.30. That will be used as the propellers on the turbine. Then we have a 1/8 balsa wood, which we will cut in a circle, which will be the main piece to the propeller. Then we have a PVC T, which is 40 cents, and that will be used right here, connecting to the PVC pipe connected to the main frame. Then we will have the Johnson electric motor inside the PVC T, connecting to the 1/8 dowel, which is 10 cents. This connects to the motor, which connects to the propeller, so when it spins, it turns the motor. Then we will have red wire and a black wire connecting to the outside of the motor, connecting to the breadboard, which will power Sparkyville.
Alright, the second part of our design project is the solar panel part, which is going to be located in the top left corner, right next to the wind turbine. This is located there in order to balance out the weight of the water, because that's going to be a lot heavier. So to start with, we have the Solarbotics 24 by 22 millimeter monocrystalline solar, which is going to be $5. We're going to have a black and a red wire, which are each 10 cents. That's going to equal 20 cents. So it's going to be located at the top left, as stated before. It's going to have a positive lead going from the solar panel to the breadboard, and a negative lead going from the negative channel to the negative channel on the breadboard. And that's going to empower the breadboard by the solar panel.
Hi. For our third design, we're going to use water to generate power for Sparkyville. And in our design here, we find that we're going to use a wheel to rotate the generator. Then we're also going to use a cone to direct the water to the wheel so that it turns the generator. We find that in this project, we're going to have the design in a way that it's projected outside the base of the power plant so that we get to the point where the water is flowing. For the materials that we're going to use in this design, we have balsa wood, which is used to make the wheel. We used balsa wood to make either sides of the wheel, then another piece to make the panels, which were well placed inside the wheel so that we have a point of contact with the water. Then we're also going to use a motor. The motor is used basically to generate the power. Then we're going to use an acetate film, which we use to make the cone. We're also going to use craft sticks. For the craft sticks, you're going to use them to support the cone so that it's held in place for the water to flow in. Then we're also going to use a 4-diameter plastic disc. This is to make sure that our cone has a very strong base so that it doesn't falter during the process. So that's how I design.
Alright, in the requirements, we also found that the user really wanted it to be available in all different areas, so we incorporated all 3 different types using wind, solar, and water. So that's going to make the customer really happy, as well as being $5 under price, which is pretty reasonable considering it's only a $50 project.
So here we have a Gantt chart, which is the basic schedule of how long we have to do this and how many different steps it will take to complete this project. In the orange is days left to complete. the certain task on the schedule, and days since the start is in blue. So we've just added these up to figure out how long something is until something is due. So there's a problem definition and requirements, the client profile report, pre-concept generation, project schedules, Gantt chart, project schedules, Gantt chart number 2. We have team presentation of design, documentation of design, progress memo number 1, progress memo number 2, the final design prototype, the final oral presentation, and the final design report.